everyone, it is Liam Caddison here, and we're reacting to episode number 19 for Season 2 for Once Upon a Time. Looking forward to checking this episode out. We have 3 more episodes left to go after this, so yeah, crazy how we are just around the corner from the end, and I'm excited to check this episode out. We had one certain character in the last episode hitting the home run in terms of making me hate said character, because before the last episode, I thought of Tamara as, okay, she seems decent enough. My cup nearly fell over, so that was good. Spider reflexes. But yeah, before the last episode, Tamara, I thought she was okay. Then the last episode came around. She lied about her cancer, we found out in her backstory. She nearly killed August. Thankfully, he was turned into a real boy once again. And she's having a little bit of a fling with Greg, who I'm still on the fence about after his backstory. So, yeah. But still, Tamara, yeah, she went from 0 to 100 real fast. So, yeah. But I'm looking forward to checking out this episode. With regards to the last episode, it was great having a bit of focus on August about how he discovered his leg was turning wooden again, with the fact that the curse was creaking, and it was a really great episode. So yeah, why don't we get into episode number 19 for season 2 for Once Upon a Time. Let's go. Oh, is it Henry's birthday?
Present. Pick one object from the shop.
Awesome!
Like.
Happy birthday, kiddo!
So how does it work?
Here, let me show you.
Avada Kedavra!
Why would you do that?
What the heck?
The seer said the boy would be my undoing, so I have no choice. I must be his.
This is a drink. This is... yeah.
If your own son couldn't bring out the good in you, who will?
I just love she's giving this lecture, and her track record with Henry hasn't really been, 100% perfect, right?
Once you remember who you are, it'll all become clear.
Can you help me do that?
I'm gonna have Belle get her memory back.
Remember who I am.
Only if you help me remember who I am.
Sorry, what?
Belle, you always brought out the best in me. And right now I need that.
After Regina's trying to get the one up on him.
Are you sure you want to do this, dearie?
Wait, is this Robin Hood?
Pretty sure.
Lucifer! Tom Ellis! Holy shit!
Well then, I'll stick to what I know works.
Holy
You know,
But don't you know, all magic comes with a price. And in your case, that's me.
I can't believe it. Bloody Tom Ellis. Tom Ellis is Robin Hood?
I know what this is.
Oh, buddy. Oh.
I think I remember who I am.
Oh,
I'm
no.
sure Mr. Gold will be thrilled.
What has she done? It's not good. She hasn't restored her back to her who she
These are
was.
the places you saw it?
yeah,
My home.
It's been nothing but cruel to you. If we go back, I think you might be able to have your happy ending.
This is it, though. This world is her world, really. I mean, she wasn't born in it, but... yeah. Oh, is she in... Oh, no. This is gonna be like, kinda her, like, I don't know, season 1 self, in a sense. When they had other personas.
No one deserves to be tortured.
well, he may beg to differ.
Oh, I don't care. He doesn't frighten me. Hurry up. I'll be back soon.
Some kind of irony with him being tortured and
Kill you. Unless
him being the
you run
devil.
away with me.
I can't run. I made a deal to serve him.
She will, but I promise you, there will be suffering.
Finally, something we both can agree on. Good luck, Gold.
It's just soaking this in.
Oh, and, give my best to Lacey.
Wow. Wow. That vindictiveness from her. Jeez.
David Nolan still want Mary Margaret's heart.
You want me to help you?
Well, I'm certainly not here for the overpraised lasagna.
It's not the first time he's turned to...
You got my wife to murder someone.
Someone who would have killed all
he's
of
turned
you.
to him for help.
Look, if you don't
Especially
want help,
that's affecting
fine.
his
But
heart.
if you do, for the first time ever, I'm going to owe you a favor.
Big money.
No, you can't tell what's in a person's heart until you truly know them.
Oh, we'll see what's in his heart, all right. When I shoot an arrow straight through it. And because I am a showman, it'll be with his bow. And because this is your fault, you get to
Just
come with
flexing.
me and watch and know.
What the bloody hell's that? Let's get some Panama going on in here. You like Van Halen? You're a Hey Go man, aren't you? Huh?
Come on, David, be the wingman.
It doesn't matter. You just need a way in. Ask her out.
Tonight, Granny's, 8 o'clock.
Does she still like the burgers?
Bad, Don Juan. Don Juan was nothing before he made his deal with me.
I'm better to go out with you.
Congrats. Indeed. Now I just needed to fall in love with me.
Oh, I love seeing this vulnerable side of him, really.
You're hiding something. Well, whatever it is, I can assure you of one thing. I'm going to find out.
No, you won't.
Never really been much of a burger girl.
Well, whatever you want, you shall have.
You know, you're a classy guy, Mr. Gold. This is not what I was expecting from you. You know, I see a man who wouldn't hurt anyone.
Thank you, Lacey. I really need
Yeah.
to hear that. Especially now.
Well, you know what they say. You can't tell what's in a person's heart until you truly know them.
Oh, didn't... Oh.
Did I say something wrong?
No, it's just that...
Flashing
I knew
back,
someone
there's a little
once who said that exact same thing to me. She's not for sale.
You can't part with her for, say, an hour. 20 minutes.
Let me think.
See, this guy doesn't mind the quickie. Oh! Oh!
I propose, and you, dear, I give you this back. And
Wow!
in return, you tell me everything you know.
He was hiding out in Sherwood Forest.
And his name?
Robin Hood.
Hey, there we go.
Goes by.
That must be the one he stole from the sheriff.
She's sick. She's going to die.
And so is he.
Stop!
And this is why, because this is why he stole to give to the poor. Poor helped. Oh man, that's very powerful.
Look, she's pregnant.
Oh. Can you really be that monstrous?
I'm not the kind of man to leave a child fatherless. No!
We'll be fine. Marion, we must go.
Oh, it's the sheriff.
You two are here together.
Yes, we are.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Go! No!
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Let's get you inside.
He got his 10 minutes.
I'm fine, okay? Look, Mr. Gold, I'm sorry she may have loved you, but I am not her.
Oh, yeah, that's a... There we go. It's the turntables. It really sucks, doesn't it? Oh boy. Ah, great. Now she's gonna burn it all down, isn't she?
Be in my best behavior. But I guess there's no point now.
Oh! Oh, he's done it again! Oh, holy no!
Well, I hope you can clean faster than you can read.
This is it. He's playing onto her desires and
Did you do all this for me?
is putting on
I
this
not
front.
see a single speck of dust gathering on any of these books. What are you smiling at? See it?
We know what you're doing.
You're not who I thought you were. You are not who I thought you were. I'm glad.
Oh, does she like the bad
You
boys?
are as dark as people say.
Oh no! Oh!
Darker, Terry.
Echoing.
Darker. Makes you say that.
Because if it's one person you can always count on to do your dirty work,
This is Hook, isn't it? Because of the... Yeah, because
it's a pirate.
Tamara said that he escaped. Well, he did escape from the thing. And it would make sense, like, if, you know, she was in Manhattan. So was Hook, but Hook escaped. So, yeah, but what an episode. I don't know how to feel about Lacey. Because I loved her, like, I loved Belle's pureness and how she always saw the light in the darkness, really, especially with Rumpel. And now she has delved into that darkness, and they're going to be bad for each other, like into like Rumpel feed, because this is it, like the person that brought him the light was Belle, and now that Belle's gone and Lacey approves of Rumpel's methods, it's gonna be a tough ask to like, this is it, like, Regina has made sure that Belle is gone, crippling that hope for Rumpel and Belle to be, you know, together again. But their darkness drew each other together, so, which is very, very depressing, really. But I'm still over the moon with Tom Ellis just showing up in Once Upon a Time. Oh, I wish we saw more of him, but yeah, hopefully we will in the future, because that would be so interesting, though, watching Lucifer and then watching Once Upon a Time, Tom Ellis. Woof. So that was great. Yeah, I just really was overwhelmed with Tom Ellis just showing up, because I love Lucifer so much. Currently reacting to it, so if you want to check out more Tom Ellis, there you go. But it's just so funny because we've had, you know, 3 actors that I've recognized from shows that I've reacted to, especially within the past year. We had Bill Cadigan show up in episode 17. We had Jason Mendoza in the last episode, and now we have Lucifer. It's just so interesting, though, because this is the best you can really take in terms of Rumpel versus Lucifer. Like, you could just imagine what would happen if Lucifer actually showed up. Not Robin Hood, but Lucifer. Because you have Rumpel, who is so power-driven and is so confident, and, you know, if you cross paths with him, he'll make sure you won't forget it. And then you've got Lucifer, who is charismatic, who will punish, you know, bad people, and... yeah, it would just be a clash of the titans, basically, because they are 2 very, very big characters, 2 characters who you do not want to, you know, be on the wrong side of. So that would just be very interesting, but we'll take what we can get. So it's just so funny, though, because, of course, I think this is before he is officially Lucifer. So people would be like, hey, it's not Lucifer. you could say when Lucifer started, oh, it's Robin Hood. But, you know, he appeared on Doctor Who as well. And I will just be like, hey, Lucifer's, you know, teaming up with Martha. So, yeah. So I'll always just think that because I'm more associated to Lucifer. So, yeah. It's the same with when Sebastian Stan showed up in season 1. And I was like, Bucky? Even though this was before he was appointed to be Bucky. So, yeah, I think it's just the characters you associate with the most, really, isn't it? So, yeah. But honestly, I really, really loved this episode. Because, yeah, I did freak out with Tom Ellis, but he was more so a plot point to push things forward with the whole little light in Rumpel, like that Belle, because Belle was so focused, of course, with seeing the light in Rumpel. And yeah, it was a test, like, really to try and you know, open that, like, a human side of him up, especially when Marion was revealed to be pregnant and whatnot, and you know, Belle's words of wisdom, of purity, you know, made sure that Rumpel would deliberately fire the arrow and miss it, and that would miss Robin. So, but I really like the idea of Robin, you know, still going with the steal from the rich, give to the poor thing, but there is a more sentimental, there is a more emotional, I guess, incentive to that, like, mantra, because of the fact that Marion was not just pregnant, but she was dying as well. So he really did give to the poor health. So it was really, really good that they, because you kind of assumed the guy with the bow and arrows stealing from Mr. Gold, aka the rich guy. It lines up, doesn't it? The Robin Hood thing. So yeah, but getting Tom Ellis in was not something to be expecting on. So I don't know if we'll see him again though, because, like I said, I think this is before Lucifer. So, and of course he'll be a bit busy. With especially when it comes to season 3, because there's like 20 odd episodes. So yeah. So I'm not sure if we'll be seeing if like this was a one-off appearance for Robin Hood or whatnot, but we'll just have to wait and see. So yeah, but it was still good. Like, I really loved the focus on people, on the other side of a person, like with Lacey. She said about, you really are as dark as people say, and you know, we had Belle trying to prove that beneath that beast is the human, and she was trying to bring that out rather than, you know, focusing on one identity. And what I really loved about this episode is the fact that Belle, who turned into Lacey, became the opposite of what Belle was. Belle was is someone who is so, you know, pure-hearted. She tries to see the light. She tries to bring out the good. Whereas Lacey, she's attracted to this darkness, and, you know, she encourages it. But what I really find funny is, because Belle became Lacey thanks to the help of Regina, by Regina bringing her cursed one self into fruition, which I'll get onto in a moment. But we saw the like, I don't know, the opposite of what Rumpel was, and he didn't have his cursed persona running around, because he is usually someone so powerful and so confident, and yet he was very, very vulnerable and anxious, especially when he was trying to win over Lacey's heart by trying to, you know, connect with her. So I really loved that kind of, like, two different scenarios, but one kind of situation where you have someone who was affected with their cursed self and someone who isn't, but yet they delve into their opposite roles, if that makes sense. So I really thought that was very interesting. But I really like the idea, as much as it's painful, that Regina did bring, because we didn't see Belle's cursed counterpart with the fact that she was locked away. But this is a really great way of exploring that without kind of undoing things or going into flashbacks and driving the story along, because we have Rumpel who's trying to be on his best behavior, but now that his reason for the light has turned to the dark side, it's pushing things forward in terms of him going into that darkness. So, and that was all down to Regina pushing Gold, trying to get the upper hand on him, because of the fact that she initially reminded him that, which is funny coming from Regina, that you will, lose Henry and all that, and and then she's took away the only light that was in Rumpel's life. So whereas she still had things come together in terms of Mr. Gold and Lacey, that only source of light really, so it was just very, very interesting to see that. So I really liked the whole Belle situation, and continuing from Skin Deep, and how she was trying to bring that human out of the beast, and eventually, even though he won't confess to it, eventually did so, because otherwise he would have killed Robin Hood. So there was also Regina finding out about the beans and whatnot. It will be very interesting to see what happens there. Probably deprive their way back. So, but it was very, very interesting to see things go by with Regina trying to figure out what the heck's going on after her conversation with Emma. But there's also Emma and Neil, who are very, very reluctant to go back, especially with the fact that this has been their home for as long as they can remember. There is that, this is it though, with Mary Margaret, with David, they have been trapped, I guess, in one age for the past 3 decades, or near enough. So they've had their lives adjusted to the Enchanted Forest, whereas Emma and Neil, they grew up in the real, on Earth, should I say. Emma more so than Neil, but still, they have found comfort here, and I get why Mary Margaret now has changed her mind. I guess, well, more so, I guess it's I get why Mary Margaret is now so eager to go back, with the fact that you could leave the darkness behind on Earth and try to start again. So but and there's a bit of reluctancy to go back to it will be very interesting to see how that happens if Regina doesn't burn down the crops and whatnot. So but I also really loved Rumpel going to David as well, for advice, especially how did you and Mary Margaret do it. And what I love is this isn't the first time that Rumpel has gone to David for advice. So I really love the idea that whenever Rumpel is feeling a bit vulnerable, especially when it comes to this kind of scenario, David is his port of call, and it's just really nice to see. So but it was just very interesting seeing this vulnerable side of Rumpel as well. Like I said, he's someone who's so powerful and so confident, and in this case he was just feeling a bit but I thought this was a really, really good episode. Trying to think what else there was as well. There was, of course, Neil and not Neil, Greg and Tamara getting their package, which was Hook. But overall, I thought that this was a very, very amazing episode, and it was really good seeing Belle take pity, of course, on Lucifer. I don't know. I just did get that Lucifer vibe. Funnily enough, I'm wondering. I do wonder, like, what, you know, segued Tom Ellis to becoming Lucifer, because this would have done it, especially with how Robin was all chained up and was like, you know, is that the best you could do and all of that. But you had Belle being Belle in terms of the light. And finding, you know, sorrow for Robin Hood. So, like I said, it's a very Belle-like thing to do, and even so, when she was worried about what the ramifications, she was still honest regarding her freeing Robin, because, you know, she's proud of what she's doing, and that's because there is nothing wrong with being the light. So. Yeah. But yeah, really thought that this was a great episode, especially with Robin Hood being introduced. Like I said, I'm not sure if we're going to see him again, but if it applies to more Tom Ellis, please, yes, let's go. But it was really good focusing on the like story of Mr. Gold and Lacey now, as well as the Rumpel and Belle flashbacks. But yeah, just seeing the differences in Lacey and how much darker she has become, and just basically the how the turntables basically on the situation, because Lacey, like, especially on their date, you had Lacey who was a bit more like, I don't know, more confident and more, I'd say, powerful, and you had Mr. Gold just being very anxious. You saw his light kind of leave his body at Granny's. So it was just very, very interesting seeing that. But overall, thought this was a really superb episode, and yeah, should be interesting to see what happens next. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!